not raining, so you've got no reprieve. I want the room to be split in two. One half. One, two, oh, sorry, people in this row are going to be cut down a bit. So, in two teams. Right. I want you to go out on the grass in your teams. Angie will be with one team and John with another. The task is to get the ball through everybody's hands as quickly as possible. Does anybody not understand the purpose? Do we all have clarity of purpose in the team? The task is to get the ball through every team member's hands as quickly as possible.
I'm counting.
Every team member's hands. Alright? You'll need a stopwatch to time them. You got your phone, use your clock on your phone. Yeah. Off we go. The ball has to pass through every member's hands. So how long do you think it'll take to get through everybody's hands?
Less than a minute, 30 seconds.
What have I told you? It should be less than 1 second.
Whoa, that's hard.
There you go. Where's the potential? Where's the continuous improvement? How do you get better? Do they have a plan? Have they got a leader? Have they organized? Do they have control? Are they communicating? Are they coordinated? Are they clear about what they're going to do? What's the plan? Who's the leader?
Ready, set, go. It's getting better. That was 4 seconds. This is all touching. Everyone touching? Yep.
Yeah! 1, 2, 3, go!
How did you provide leadership?
Based on necessity.
Sorry?
Based on necessity.
Did one person step up and act as the leader?
Yes.
Why is it always, there's far more women than men, so the odds are it should have been a woman. So why did you let a man step up and be the leader? Because he volunteered?
No, because he was the first who was able to take whatever. So,
Yep, that's okay. Were you organized? Did you have control? Well, I gave you a hint yesterday. While this slide was up, I said to you, please pay attention to this for tomorrow. And I said, you won't remember and you won't do it, but I'm giving you a hint. Please, not one person came and asked me what the performance standard was. How long should it take? What's the budget? In which case I would have told you the answer is less than a second, so you wouldn't have spent all this time standing in a circle throwing the ball. But it's an example of what happens when you don't know what it is what you have to perform within. What's the constraint? What's the assumption? You just assume you just get out there and throw the ball at them. So you always need to know what your performance standard is. Now, whether you'd have got there any quicker, I don't know, but it would have set you thinking very, very differently. And the idea is you just basically form a chimney with the arms, you know, just on top of each other, so there's a hollow and you just drop them through. Is how it's done. Was there good communication? Did you communicate well?
Yes.
Did anybody say, oh, that's not going to be fast enough? When they said it, what happened? They ignored you. They didn't. That's usually what happens. There's nothing unusual yet. See, if you have genuine trust for everybody in your team and you care, which is at the top of the triangle for high-performing teams, you care about what somebody says. So if they say that's not going to be fast enough, they probably had an idea or understand something that you don't, so you should at least listen to them. I didn't say to you you couldn't take all afternoon to do this. So what was wrong with listening? Nobody said, okay, let's get in a meeting, in a group, and look at what the options are. Remember I said exploring options? What are the options? Poor decisions are taken on not exploring enough options. So there's an option to stand there in a circle and pass the ball around. What are the other options? Eventually he got into sort of like concentric circles to pass the ball around. What are the other options? You didn't keep saying what else, what else, what else, which is what I touched upon yesterday. You went straight into action. We know what it is, we know how to do it. And off you went. So the moral of the story is you pause at the beginning and think about what the task is. You understand the constraints, you know the performance standard, and you come up with various ideas as to how you might do it. You got there in the end, which was fantastic. But you should have been able to get there if you went through the management process. You'd have got there much quicker. So that's the learning. So even in a simple exercise like passing the ball, management principles hold true. You just have to have the discipline to apply it. So for the team leaders, when you've set your team purpose, always make sure you know what this is. And always sit down and say, what's the plan? Apply your intellect, figuring out how are we going to do the job we've been given to do? How are we going to solve the problem? Go back to Angie's model. What are the facts? What are the issues? What are the options? What are we going to try?